Welcome back to the Shelf Sisters. It's our official February book club episode. We promised a romance and we gave you one, a very spicy, smutty one.
Yes.
And if you're watching on YouTube, no, me and Sarish did not text each other telling each other to wear the same exact shirt.
We did not plan this outfit.
I didn't even know that we owned this same exact shirt, and I walked into her room and my jaw dropped, and Sarish, I think you started crying from laughing so hard.
We were laughing for a good 5 minutes. Like, I just saw her walk in and I was processing, is this the top that I'm wearing? And it was. Exact color, wearing it the same way,
I literally couldn't speak because I was like, how do we always do this? It's so crazy. But
honestly, it was bound to happen. And I was like, should I go change? And she was like, no, let's just do it.
Let's show them how much of like the same brain.
No, the synchronicity of our brain, it just happens. So yeah, here we are in the exact same gray top.
Yeah, we didn't do this on purpose. So
we almost wore sweats. So at least we're giving you something now.
Yeah, but if we look weird, just know like we did not plan this. This is not something do. It's so weird. We look crazy.
Yeah, also I don't know why we're both like in gray, gloomy outfits for a romance book club discussion, but here we are. I'm in full-blown gray. Today.
I tried with my headband to be a little girly. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but it's okay.
I have a girly hair clip, but yeah, okay.
Enough with the outfits.
No, let's get into it. Wow.
Yes, we have definitely a lot of thoughts on the book. We hope that you guys read along and hopefully enjoyed the book. We'll get into that. But I also just want to say, I didn't say in the last episode, and I was supposed to, but I'm actually going to Paris for my birthday. I literally leave tomorrow. And so we started the book early. We read it and we're recording super early so we can post it on time. And I was just thinking like, oh my God, we're working so hard on this passion project. And I'm like killing myself trying to get here and record in the middle of packing and planning birthday outfits. And it's just so crazy.
Right before you need to get your nails done. This is like 7 or 6 p.m. the night before she needs to leave, and we're recording, and you still need to get your nails done and pack. And
I have so many things to do. I don't have one single item in my suitcase right now.
Well, you're about to borrow a suitcase, so I don't know where you'd be putting it anyways.
I'm taking 3. I don't know why, because when I tell you, I don't have a single.
You're taking
outfit.
3 large suitcases? We had this discussion on Sunday.
Yeah.
Why?
Just because I feel like
what you're gonna buy.
I'm going to buy a lot.
Yes.
Hope, knock on wood, please. And the actual items that I will be buying, I want to put them in the carry-on, but the packaging, I love to keep the packaging. So I just feel like I'm going to need a lot of space. Now, anytime I go wanting to buy everything in the world, I literally don't find a thing. So I keep telling myself to shut up and not
No.
anymore,
Paris,
and I keep saying it out loud.
Paris is the one place where it doesn't matter if you say you're going to go in and buy a lot of things or you're not. Like, you're going to come back with full suitcases of things that you purchased. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine.
I hope so. Maybe I'll do like a little haul on TikTok.
Do it, and do it on Shelf Sisters.
Will do. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm actually on our Instagram, Shelf Sisters Podcast. I'm about to put up like a story and have like a suggestion box on there of books that you guys would recommend for me to download for the plane ride there and back and like the Paris trip. Because I have not thought about it at all.
Did you get Mafia recommendations from our last post?
I did not,
okay.
And I think the people that are listening are taking Mafia recommendations from me.
You? Okay.
I don't think they're currently reading Mafia romance.
No, for sure. Well, if you listen to the last episode, we gave you a lot of our romance picks that we've read, and those are like our overall romance picks, and I feel like that post didn't get the love that it deserved, and I worked really hard on it, so please go look at it, and it has really good recommendations, and not just like for February. If you love a romance book, that's the list that you can refer to have like your top 8 picks, 4 from Saanya and 4 from me.
Yeah, and I want to say 3 out of 4 for mine were Mafia romances. And that was so hard for me to admit. I'm so embarrassed putting it out there. But honestly, I was like, then why would we be doing this if I'm not going to say my truth? You know?
Exactly. And this is no longer a passion project, Simon. People are looking to us for recommendations, all right?
That's so true. I actually got a text yesterday asking for like Kindle Unlimited recommendations. So maybe we should make a post about that.
That is a good one. And like right before I cancel my Kindle Unlimited, I think that would be a good one.
You're so crazy for that. But I understand the types of books that you read, and it makes sense for you.
Okay, yeah. They're like a holiday pick. So, you know, whenever it's back into like the holiday season, I have more time to just read like fluffy books. Yeah. I'll be back on Kindle Unlimited. But for right now, my time is limited, so I will not be doing that.
Gotcha. I would love Kindle Unlimited recommendations. Honestly, I'm so down for anything. I would love romance recommendations, thriller recommendations, just anything that you think is fun for me to read. I am supposed to be sleeping on this flight, but knowing
what time do you land?
I think like 9 a.m.
Oh, so you need to sleep on this flight.
Yeah, but I'm like usually not able to on flight, so I need to have, and every time I go on a flight, even if it's a domestic flight, I will literally download like 6 books because the way in which I DNF books, I need to have so many on hand just in case.
The last international travel, I think I only downloaded 2 books and I DNF both of them, but I had nothing else to do, so I read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you doing that, and I even told you, Sarah, you cannot do this. You have to download more. Yeah. And I gave her recommendations, and she didn't listen to me. But just know, if you give me your recommendations, I will listen to you because I don't have time to think about what to download. I need y'all's help.
For sure.
Actually, by the time this comes out, I will already be in Paris. However, I still need recommendations for like
while you're there.
Back.
It's fine.
And while I'm there, so please just like message them if you have them. So that's out of the way. Another thing, for Valentine's Day, I got a Color Soft Kindle.
Oh my gosh.
That I have been wanting and talking about nonstop for ever since it came out. And apparently they fixed all of the bugs.
All the kinks.
So I'm really hoping that, you know.
I think when they initially came out, we posted it on our Instagram and asked if anyone had gotten it or like if they had any feedback, and no one responded. And then Saanya posted her gift and she was like, I just got this for Valentine's Day. And everyone's like, can you do like an unboxing and a reveal and a review? So you need to do that.
I will do a review because that's like what I needed to.
Yeah.
But I just decided to go for it because I really wanted it. And I'm hoping it's good. I'm taking it to Paris and I'm hoping to get cute
Are
content.
you going to take your backup Kindle just in case?
Great question. I guess so,
It's so light. I think you should, just in case.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll take it. But I really wanted to get the Color Soft before the trip because I want to take content and I'm trying to find a purse that can fit the Kindle so I can take it to like a coffee shop and just whip it out and take a picture.
You know what you're taking, so it's fine. It'll fit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I need like a second one that's big enough because you know me, like I get bored. I need to switch out the purses. So
yeah, unfortunately we do not carry like medium or large size bags, so none of our bags fit the Kindle.
No, we're very like a small purse family.
Like girly. Yep.
I don't know why, but I actually like don't have a medium sized purse. Like
wait, I'm thinking of one right now, and I'll tell you after. The red and pink. And you have it right now. If it's the Kindle, because I've taken it on a trip and I had the Kindle in there. Yes, it fits.
Oh my god! Okay, that just made me so excited. Okay, perfect.
And it's February, so you know what? That's what you're taking.
Love.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. So I'm so excited for the Paris content search. I think I'm gonna be just like taking over the Instagram and just storing.
No, that is totally fine with me. Do not send. She will send like a photo and she's like, "Are you okay with me posting this?" I don't care. Post.
Well, I just don't know if you're okay with it.
No, you can. Okay. I have a spelling issue, and that's why I need to send Saanya, like, proofreading texts for what I'm about to post.
Why you just don't, like, read it
Saanya,
3 times to make sure.
I do, and I don't know what it is. My eyes miss it. It's because... You guys, I never autocorrect, or if there is an autocorrect, like over text messages, I'm like, no, the people that I'm texting will understand the point. Like,
and we don't.
You have to like speak my language like over. Okay, no, you do. Most people do.
It's if you have ever seen Sarah's text, it's seriously nuts. And she will never correct herself. And then you have to waste 5 minutes of your time, like, writing out the correct word, question mark, waiting for her to respond and being like, okay, gotcha now. Like, it's too much, but I need you to send me, like, before you post, because I remember saying one time, I was like, Sarah, just like reread, post it, you'll be fine. She did it, and there was a mistake in there, and I was like,
I think I think my eyes just, like, miss it, honestly.
They're like,
honestly, your Instagram, whatever people, your followers will get you to soon enough.
Just know, like, if there's
an error in the writing, it's me. Okay?
Yeah.
If there's an error, Sarah's posted it.
That's so funny. But yeah, I'm just gonna be taking over and just, like, posting my trip, because I don't really story that much on my personal Instagram. And I have a feeling I'll just be, like, posting everything on Shelf Sisters. So
perfect. All right. Well, for our February book club pick.
We probably should have mentioned this, like, at the beginning of the episode.
Yes,
but
I think so.
Yeah, but we picked the book Deep End by Ali Hazelwood.
Yes.
And first we'll do a summary. Here's
a Goodreads summary for the book. We kind of gave you our overall synopsis of it whenever we picked it last episode. But Saanya compared it to another book, Check and Mate, that Ali Hazelwood had written. And let me just tell you, it was the exact opposite of what you were talking about.
Yeah.
So we'll go through the Goodreads summary. We have some topics that we've outlined just because this book is so new. It came out February 4th of this year.
The day we announced it.
So, yes, exactly. So there's no discussion questions that we could find. So we made up our own and then have topics that we really want to talk about from the book. And then we'll go through, of course, the Hollywood reenaction of the book and then our overall rating.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Deep End by I just saw your rating.
Okay, just pretend.
Okay, I'm gonna pretend,
but it's not very surprising.
No, it's not. But it is okay. All right. A competitive diver and an ace swimmer jump into forbidden waters in this steamy college romance from New York Times bestselling author of The Love Hypothesis. Scarlett is swimming upstream, a junior at Stanford and a student athlete who specializes in platform diving. Scarlett prefers to keep her head down, concentrating on getting into med school and recovering from an injury that almost ended her diving career. She has no time for relationships, at least that's what she tells herself. Swim captain, world champion, all-around aquatics golden boy, Lukas thrives on discipline. It's how he wins gold medals and breaks records, competing, focus, in every stroke. On the surface, Lukas and Scarlett have nothing in common until a well-guarded secret slips out and everything changes. So they start an agreement, and as the pressure leading to the Olympic heats up, so does their relationship. It was supposed to be just a temporary, mutual, satisfying fling. But then, staying away from Lukas becomes impossible. Scarlett realizes that her heart might be treading into dangerous water.
Sarah, you started laughing during the secret part. Do you want to say why? What the secret was?
The secret is they're both into BDSM, and they should have probably put this in the little summary because
oh my god, you're so right. We never would have picked it.
Yes.
They have the same kink.
They have the same kink. Okay. We both started the book at the same day. Was it the same day?
You started a little bit before me, but pretty close. Are you going to go into your overall thoughts?
No, just like a quick thing. I started reading it and I gave it 2% and I was like, question mark, question mark, question mark. Did we pick this for February? Got into 5%. I texted Saanya and I was like, I just said, oh my God. I think that's all I said. And I waited for her to start the book and then her response back to that, oh my God. So now we'll discuss why we said, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, question mark, question mark, question mark. So let's get into the themes to kind of just give you an overview. We talked about Scarlett, who's the one of the leads, the girl. She is, right?
Lead,
yeah. She's the diver at Stanford. The leading man is Lukas. He is a swimmer at Stanford as well, but he's been to the Olympics as like a 4-time gold medal champion. And then they're both pre-med And
so brainiacs and athletes.
And that's apparently Ali's specialty, is to write about scientific romances. So we kind of knew that going in.
Yeah.
And then the third character, which is like, it comes up a lot, Penelope and Pen. Yeah, Pen is who she goes by. She is a diver with Scarlett, and she is the ex-girlfriend of the leading man, Lukas. So those are the three like characters that you really need to know about. And
also, I just want to add that Pen is not only Lucas's ex, but she's also Scarlett's
now
best friend. And so she comes up a lot. It's like not a love triangle, but there's like a third party just like hovering around all the time.
Yes.
And it gets really confusing because she's just like a little too involved, in my opinion. But we'll get into it. Is there anything else that they need to know?
No. I think we just like buried the lead in like the first 5 minutes. So I think we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want to do your overall thoughts? Or should I?
No, you should start with your overall thoughts.
Okay, I just want to say, before I say mine, I have seen so many people. We got multiple messages of
when we
people
announced
loving
the book.
it. And I saw so many people on TikTok, they loved the book as well. I was so excited before I started because I was like, oh my God, like everyone's obsessed.
Yes.
And even on Reddit, which is not always like the most positive place.
You went on Reddit?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people had a lot of positive things to say. And then I started reading, and you find out early on like what the secret is, like their BDSM kink.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I saw those words, I knew that like I was going to die recording night at the hands of Sarish. And I was like, she's about to chew me out. So I'm just like scared to even talk to her. Second of all, I hate this myself, but I've now put like others like having to read this, but I just felt so bad. And
no, Sanya's story that she was 17 to 20% into the book.
Yeah, and
what
then
exactly
Sarish is about to kill me, and with a crying emoji. But I was like more so scared of you, but also for me, that is not my kind of book, and it almost feels like it was a fever dream reading it, because while I was reading it, I was so like pent up with emotion. I was cringing so hard. I had so many like just like strong reactions. Mm-hmm. One is even in the beginning, like the writing was kind of confusing to me. I couldn't get into it. Mm-hmm. It wasn't making sense. It was kind of like jumping around within conversations. I couldn't understand what the author was trying to say with Scarlett's roommate.
Oh,
I still don't understand. Do they love each other? Do they hate each other? It literally makes no sense.
And it's their junior and they're still living together. Like what? 3 years into it.
It was just really confusing. I didn't really understand. Like it wasn't a smooth read. So it was really hard for me to get into. Then the BDSM of it all was not only so weird, but just like so unrealistic. I'm sorry, who in college is giving out a checklist for their kink to someone? Like that would never happen, does not happen. And just the types of people that they both were, they were so uninteresting. Okay?
No, yeah.
They had nothing special about them. Their conversations weren't, I wasn't giggling, kicking my feet. Like there was no tension, no banter. I don't even understand why they liked each other. They just did. Everything was so lackluster, and there was no build up. And maybe for other people, the build up was within like the spicy scenes, which I'll just say, like me and Sarah both skipped them.
There was a good 20%.
Yeah, that's why we got
click.
So
yeah, exactly.
quickly, because like we didn't read them. I made sure that there wasn't anything to advance the plot going on in there. Mm-hmm. And when I saw that it was just fluff or what, I just kept going.
Yeah.
I really did not like this book, and there are so many reasons. And with books like this, honestly, the main reason was like the kink part. that just really turned me off because I'm not someone who cares to read about that.
Well, I just don't think like the whole thing should be based on that.
Yeah,
and it was.
But it's also like, okay, because I read a lot of romances. I recommend a lot of them. I was trying to think, if I liked the book, who could I even recommend it to? It's, first of all, a college romance, and it seems very young adult without the spicy part. Like, not mature at all. And then you have the craziest, like, spice in there. And so I can't recommend it to someone young. I can't recommend it to someone old. It makes no sense.
Like, you don't know who the book is for.
I don't know who the book is for.
Who the target demo is,
I never want to yuck someone's yum. If you loved this book or liked this book, I'm so happy for you. It's so hard to find good books. But for me, I literally didn't understand it. And like, why I'm saying it was a fever dream, because looking back, I have no idea what I read. Like, I don't understand why this group of people was like even together. Like, what did the guy like in the girl? What did the girl like in the guy? I literally have no idea.
We were drafting what themes to discuss, and we were just like, wait, what did we even read?
What happened? Okay, they were divers. They were brainiacs, pre-med.
Okay.
And then there was a kink in there. Like, what else did we talk about?
Okay. That was your overall thoughts?
I have,
you have so many, but I know like
I have a lot written down. That I'll like get to the details later. But overall, this book was not for me, and I'm just, maybe it's for like people that love smut that are like 25.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. So first, like Saanya said, I do not understand who the target demo is aside from people that just love smut. If you do not care about the plot, the character build up, their development,
I just want to say, like, we're not the
target demo. Like, it's
no, but we're also not prudes. Like, we read books with spice, but those books that we like with it, they have like nice banter, nice tension, something else going on, something else fun to read. This book had none of that, which is probably why we didn't like it.
Exactly.
If the rest of the book, besides like the kink part, was good, like I would have been like in the middle, like didn't like that, but liked this.
Possibly,
this book,
I don't know. Like, I was just not drawn to the book, and I think at 2%, and I was just like, what? Is this written by a child and is this written for children? Because it made no sense. Like, there was so many just like loops that you had to like connect on your own, and you can't be doing that at the very beginning. Like, I need to be a string of events, and that sets the plot, that sets the theme for the entire book, and then you can throw all the loops that you want.
You have to lay down the land.
No, it did not do that at the very beginning. It was just like all over the place, and then it was like, okay, now here's the kink, and now we get going. Like, that was it. And so did not understand what the book was really going to be about, and I just did not enjoy the writing at all. There was no like the giggling in a romance novel that you usually get. I got none of that. None of that. And I started, and I saw on my Kindle to see like how many hours left in the book. You guys, when I saw 11 and a half hours, I almost texted Saanya. I did. I was like, I can't read this book. I'm about to DNF it, and I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So, that was, honestly, I freaked out when I said 11 and a half hours, because that is a lot of time to spend reading a book that you're going to get nothing out of. I think
not even entertainment.
Like, if you think about,
forget about learning lessons.
Yeah, and if you think about like a chuggy like rom-com, even, that's an hour and a half of your time. Okay, if it's dumb, I wasted an hour and a half, which I wouldn't even do. This 11 and a half hours? Are you kidding me? Okay.
Yeah.
So the characters, so unbelievable. I was pre-dental in college. I'm sorry. Like, if Ali Hazelwood writes about like scientific like romances and people believe it, like, I haven't read any of her other books, and I hope it's better than this, because none of that like made sense. I'm sorry. Like, you're not going to get added to a research project just because one of your bio essays, which you don't do essays in bio, first of all, your bio essays gets like an A++. Like that doesn't happen. Also, the schedule of a pre-med, pre-dental student, I was talking to our cousin, I was like, I was taking 18 hours of courses each semester. Most people average 12, 15 max. Mm-hmm. If you're a science major, you're at 18 hours. And then you're telling me they do that, plus they do a scientific research project that's going to get published with a grad student, and then they are divers and swimmers, and they've been to the Olympics. I'm sorry, I just could not get over it. I was
that part was, I didn't know those details.
Like this was so obnoxious to me. I was like, I lived this life. I barely had a life. Like, you're telling me these people went to the Olympics?
I was kind of able to overlook it because I didn't know those details.
Context, yeah.
But I still had the
cringe.
What the heck notion in my head. What do you mean? Okay, these people are like literally God on earth, like doing pre-med and professional athletes.
Yes, exactly.
It made no sense, but I think a lot of people could suspend disbelief because I don't know, like a lot of people weren't pre-med, right?
Exactly. And so that's just that's just the perspective that I have, okay? So I get that I think Saanya and I are in the minority of people that did not 100%. Enjoy this book. So if you like a scientific romance, and if you like smut being like the theme of the book, you may enjoy this. And if you don't mind writing that's like at a lower level.
You're literally not selling this book.
I know, I'm not.
I know,
but that's just how I feel, but I'm trying. Because I think it is for some people, and we got responses, overwhelmingly positive responses from people, so clearly it's us that are the problem, I guess. I don't know. But that's my overall thoughts, and we have themes to discuss and discussion questions that we'll get into, so more of that will come.
Yeah. I was going to say something about Pen, but I'll leave it.
Yeah, you should leave it because we're going to discuss him.
Yeah, well, actually, I just pulled up the notes, and that's the first thing. So first we have the topic section. Like Sarah said, there's no discussion questions out there for this book because it just came out, and I don't think anyone's looking for discussion questions for this. So we're going to do some topics and go through like the list of characters. And then we have 2 discussion questions. Okay, so the first topic, the first character, Penelope. Again, she is the ex of Lukas and then the now best friend of Scarlett. And if you didn't read the book, she, at the beginning of the book, broke up with Lukas and knew that both Lukas and Scarlett enjoyed this kink, and so while she was drunk, she just spit out, "Oh my god, like you guys should be together." And this was 5 minutes after she broke up with him.
And she decided that she did not want to tell their entire swim team at Stanford or any of their friends that they were broken up. They were together for 7 years. This guy is like the captain of the swim team. She's like on the diving team, one of the main characters on the diving team, and they broke up, but she didn't want to tell anybody, any of their friends. They're going to tournaments, like out of town. None of them for like 6 months.
For a very long time. And that was one of the stupidest parts of the book.
Yes, and that's how she continued to be involved because no one knew that they weren't together. Also, how are you hiding that you're not together?
Yeah, and so
I just can't. It's too much like unbelievable crap.
So dumb. So Pen, the reason people believed that they were still together was because they, air quotes, stayed best friends, loved each other still, and so everyone else thought it was normal. And whenever she would see him during like the meets or the practices, she would go up and hug him and like kiss him on the cheek. And so everyone just thought everything was normal, and she thought it was normal because she was like, I love him, so he's my best friend. And that specific part of her not telling everyone on the team. Not only that, but Lukas allowing her to not tell anyone on the team. I'm sorry, Lukas, if you love someone else, aka Scarlett, you do not let people think you are in a relationship with someone else. I don't know why Scarlett even let it go on for so long. And
I mean, we'll get into that with her character.
But Penn and she even admitted that she did that because of the clout that she got from being with Lukas, because he was, the bad man on campus, the Olympian, like all of that stuff.
From Sweden, like he wasn't from the US, like he had an accent, like all of his family was, all
like everyone.
So the clout.
Yeah, and so she even admitted that, which is so crazy. And then whenever, she was such a villain. There's so many things. So she hid it from everyone, and then towards the end, other people saw Lukas and Scarlett like hugging
together. Yeah,
and she pretended like they hadn't broken up 6 months ago and said, "You stole my man." And literally, that was such a high school scene.
No,
I was like, "This is
and it's like college seniors like about to graduate." No, I couldn't.
It was ridiculous. And then even breaking up with Lukas so soon after, telling both Lukas and Scarlett, "You guys should be together." That's when I knew that this girl was psychotic, and the third act breakup was going to be because of her. Because who says that? And, even if they didn't get together, it didn't work out, like, don't you care about supposedly your best friend's feelings of trying to like hook him up 5 minutes after you dumped him?
No,
it was too much. And I don't know. I thought Scarlett, even after she apologized for blurting that out while she was drunk, because obviously it's a secret that they both have, and she just brought it out in the open and told each other about it. That's so not cool. I thought Scarlett forgave her way too quick.
Yeah.
And then
the only way that I could describe Penelope was psycho. I'm sorry. That was it.
She was.
That's the only word that I can use, because I just can't fathom how you don't tell anybody close to you that like your 7-year relationship has ended.
Yeah.
You're seeing
because
another.
By the way, you broke up with him.
You're seeing a TA that's at Stanford.
Yeah.
What?
And why would you? So you want to like, what's the saying? Like, have your cake and eat it too, or whatever. She like wanted to have her.
She's like testing it out on the side just to see,
but wanted everyone to still think that she was dating like the cool guy on campus.
Yeah.
So like, which is it? Pick. And she was upset that, Lukas and Scarlett fell in love, and she was like, "I thought you guys were just like having a fling, hooking up." Why would you like think that and think that it wouldn't go further when you knew that like Lukas had said something about like liking her before? And
that's true. Lukas had in their relationship at some point.
Yeah, so not only was she ridiculous, she was also very stupid.
She was delusional. Yeah. Psycho and delusional. Those are the 2 words to describe her.
Yeah. And
I have literally nothing else to add, because I just can't.
Yeah,
even imagine giving her more minutes to discuss.
Yeah, she did give an apology at the end where she like explained everything very openly and honestly.
That is a discussion question that we have, so I feel like we should go over the characters.
So let me shut up.
Yeah.
Okay, next, Lukas. What were your thoughts on Lukas?
Let me start off with Lukas. I'll say initially when the book started, he was the only character that I at some point like felt bad for.
Why?
Okay. He started off being broken up with by a 7-year-old relationship just to sorry.
I'm showing you the time.
I felt bad for him at the very beginning, and then his ex-girlfriend tells him that he would be interested in this girl. They should like hook up, whatever. He starts seeing this girl, and then you can tell that he's like getting feelings for this diver. He really can't explain why, because Scarlett will not give him the chance to actually be in a relationship. And I feel like if Scarlett had said, like, okay, let's do this, let's put this out into the open, he would have gone to Penelope, the psycho, and said, actually, we're going to go into the public with our relationship because Scarlett's also cool with it. And so you need to tell everyone that we broke up. But because Scarlett didn't say that, I felt bad for him. He was put in like two positions, but then you should be strong enough to put your foot down and do it. Okay.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Be a man. Okay. And then I just felt it was so unbelievable that he had 4 gold medals. He was at Stanford.
Oh my God.
He was a swimmer. He was going all around the world for swimming meets and also completing med school applications and interviewing for med schools.
Yeah.
And had gotten into 3 med schools. What?
Like,
so yeah, it's just unbelievable all around, but he was the only character that I kind of felt something for.
Yeah, and there's just like not much to say. Like,
no.
I feel like he was the epitome of the MMC, like the main male character that people love to read about. And I would have loved like this type of person in a different book, like without the tropes of this book.
Agreed.
Like smart, athletic, just a lot of things.
No, he had the makings to be like a strong male
nice
lead.
guy,
Yeah,
so helpful.
but it's just
you know.
No.
So he, like, if I had to pick a favorite, it would be him.
Exactly.
But he should have, even without Scarlett saying something, told Penelope, we need to tell everyone that we are over.
Or just told everyone without telling her.
Oh yeah,
I'm sorry, I didn't feel bad for that girl.
Yeah.
So,
Scarlett. Why did Lukas like Scarlett? Do we have a reason? Does the class have something to share with us? Because
honestly, like, if you can tell us why you like Scarlett and be convincing even in the slightest, we would love to hear it. DM us, comment, whatever you need to do to like get through to us. Please let us know, because I found no iota of care for this woman. Aside from like her family life. Sorry.
I liked her mom.
Yeah. Her stepmom, yeah.
Her stepmom, but I just don't know. I literally, like, when I think about Scarlett, I have no thoughts, because like
she gave us nothing.
Yeah, like no. I will say, in some parts of the book, like, I found her kind of funny. That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like when books have therapy, or especially like start out with therapy. I don't know, like if I'm reading a rom-com or just like a romance book, I don't know, like if it's something deeper, like I just don't want it to be therapy. Or maybe in some books, like it wouldn't matter, but this
she was in it, she wasn't discussing what actually needed to be discussed.
Yeah,
so why are we here?
That's why.
Because it was such a weight. Like,
and
this book dragged on for useless things.
Yeah,
and the therapy was the biggest one.
Said she had like daddy issues, but like the kink and like nothing in her life, or sorry,
it did not match up.
No, the kink had nothing to do with it. But like her feeling uncomfortable in front of like men, I understand that part.
Yeah.
And then there was a point at the beginning of the book where she said like, I love mafia romances because I have daddy issues, and I was like, I have the opposite of daddy issues and I love mafia romances. I did not catch that. So don't put me in this freaking box, okay? Like,
I did not catch that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It wasn't a big deal. Also, I just want to say, this was another like stupid part of the book. Lukas getting a 5.25 on his
MCAT.
And then what did Scarlett get? 5.26. Shut up. Seriously? So dumb, okay? Like,
and he was like, I like a girl smarter than me.
Oh my God.
No, I can't. Okay.
So unbelievable.
So unbelievable.
How are they actually going to be 1 point apart and she would have a higher score? And the whole thing was like he likes that she's smart, and it's like just 1 point above. They're like so simpatico, but like she's just a little smarter. Oh my God.
Also, in like their research project, his like nuclear modeling was shit, and she just kind of like showed him up to whoever their grad school colleague was, and he was like, I love that you like outshined me. I was like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here.
It's too much. It was like
I need to get out of this lab is what I need to do.
Yeah, it was like the author was pushing just
the size
guy,
nerdiness.
Yeah, and just
yeah.
like a guy that was like a little too perfect, you know? Like just bring it down a notch.
But
like,
he wasn't. They weren't perfect. Like they were lame.
They were like, but I'm saying like for her, she probably thought that the guy saying like,
God, I feel really bad. We're like
smarter.
roasting, but just know that we're.
I know. Last time I roasted a book, like I felt so bad after. But we did say, like, if you, we're in the minority. A lot of people loved this book, so it's just us. And this episode is for the girlies that are in the same boat as us, and it might just be 5 other people, but like we're here, we've got you.
Yeah, and for the girlies that really loved this book, please give us your reasoning for loving it, or maybe something we're just missing. Honestly, we're just missing.
Yeah,
we're wired differently. Like I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go to the discussion questions, and this first one,
we've already talked about it, really.
Yeah, which character annoyed you the most?
Penelope.
Yeah.
And I like the name Penelope is so cute.
She ruined it. That's why I'm saying Pen.
That's why you're saying Pen.
Yeah.
No, she ruined it, and we talked about it. Just psycho, delusional is how I would describe her. And I just feel like she wanted to be the center of everyone's like world in the book, and she just wasn't.
Yeah. What did you think about her apology at the end for her behavior?
Okay.
Was it compelling enough? What do you think?
So I think the way that she explained herself, she was like, I'm not trying to like give any excuses, but this is how I felt in the moment. And when she talked about like exactly what was happening the 5 days like leading up to the event, and then she like saw them together, for 1 second I was like, okay, I could see how you had an outburst, but as a senior in college, if you do not have the emotional intelligence to be like, this is my air quotes best friend's moment, she just got gold medal at NCAA like swim meet, like this is the first time that she's getting this,
yeah,
and I'm going to ruin this day for her by just turning all of our teammates against her and calling her out in front of people.
And making Scarlett out to be a home wrecking liar. Okay?
Oh my God.
To me, I would not be able to let that. Scarlett did it in 0.3 seconds. I would have been like, you need to suffer a little more.
No,
like,
and
I'll maybe talk to you later.
Also, all their teammates like went against Scarlett, even when Lukas spoke up for her and said,
like, you guys don't know.
You don't know. You were lying to everybody in front of everybody.
Yeah.
You didn't want to tell everyone, so now we have to go behind your back. And now that this happened, you don't want to take responsibility for your hand in whatever the scenario was. You're the one that got us together. Yeah. And now here we are.
The friends, like, they knew absolutely nothing. So to see your, like, one of your best friends' boyfriend being with, like, someone else for 7 years when you had no idea what was going on behind the scenes, that is like, excuse me, you know? So I understand that part, and they apologized and stuff.
They did.
Yeah.
But no, Penn's apology, although thought out, and you could see like how she kind of got to that point, I just think for someone her age, that is not a way to act, especially in public. And even though it was somewhat compelling, like you said, Scarlett's just accepting that apology in 0.3 seconds, well, dismissible. I couldn't do it. She's better than me, apparently.
Yeah, she's a bigger person than us. Okay, Hollywood section.
Yay!
Sarah, you go first because yours is so good. It's better than mine this time.
The fact that this is the section that I got roasted on the most because I always pick losery people to
Wait, I have an apology to make because I told Sarah, but I didn't say it on air.
What?
So for one of the books, I can't remember which one it was, Sarah had said, like the male lead, she wanted to be Chris Pines, and I was like yucking her yum.
Yes.
Because I thought Chris Pine was Chris Hemsworth. And then I found out like who Chris Pine actually was, and I had known. I just mixed them up.
No,
you know, a little bit.
completely different people,
Completely different vibes.
same name, such a different font. Like no.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I just want to say I'm sorry, and like Chris Pine would have been a great whatever the character
This was
I
a
don't even
compelling
remember.
apology, so I accept it in less than 0.3 seconds. Okay. No, I know my people because they're actually good, and I agree with this. Okay. So for what is his name? Lukas, for our Swedish boy male lead, I picked Nico Nico from All the Boys We Loved.
But what's his real name? You said it.
Nico Tord something.
Oh, that's his real name?
That's his real name.
Oh.
Nico. Okay, also, this is crazy. I just saw on TikTok that he was coming out of the SNL after party with Zoe Kravitz.
What?
I know. I'm sorry.
Isn't she so much older?
And you're so much cooler, Zoe. Like, I'm sorry. You can't. It's fine. But the Swedish male lead, I think Nico. Can you imagine like him getting out of the pool with like his shaggy little hair, like a swim, like because they always talk about chlorine hair.
Yeah,
that's what his like hair kind of reminds me of. It's always like a little disheveled and like you know.
Gotcha.
And for the girly, for Scarlett, Haley Steinfeld.
I love.
She's
Haley
like
Steinfeld.
a pretty blonde, and I could see how like. She could play a girl that has no backbone.
She's brunette, no?
Yeah, she's brunette.
Okay,
what
you
did I
said
say?
blonde.
Sorry. No, Haley the brunette.
She is one of the most gorgeous girls alive.
No, exactly. And she looks like she has like a swimmer diver body. Like she's a little bit like taller, slender, like has, you know.
Oh my god, you thought about this. My people are not good.
Oh gosh, okay, I'm ready, but I thought my two people were great.
No,
and Penelope, I don't care. Like I don't need to know who she would play because I don't want her.
Oh, I didn't even think about her.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
No, those were literally amazing. I did Lukas as Jacob Elordi because he's really tall and swimmers are really tall.
Oh yes. No, that's a good one.
My girl isn't good. I really like Jacob Elordi. It was so funny because I was trying to remember his name and I was like, Jacob Edward Jacob.
Oh my god.
Because I was thinking about Twilight. And I was like, no, girl, you're so wrong. I thought that one was good. My Scarlett,
no, that is good.
Let me tell you, I loved yours and I wanted to take it too. However, I love Haley Steinfeld so much. Like, I only want her to be in good movies.
Yeah, you don't want to star.
Yeah, so I picked Jenna Ortega because I needed like a young brunette. And it's fine, like whatever.
They can't all be hits, okay?
Yeah.
No, but Jacob Elordi, honestly, like Nico, just a little bit taller and more swimmer-like, I think. I think that's a good one.
Yeah, I think that one is good. Yeah, I just like really didn't care about Scarlett, you know?
No.
And I would not be watching this movie or show.
Yeah, no, I'm okay. I've already wasted 11 and a half hours. So by this point, like you already know our rating is going to be tough, but I saw Sanya's rating when I was reading the Goodreads.
Yikes.
But I think for me, just because I feel like my brain is not wired to read these types of books, I should not read them. And I don't want to give it such a bad rating that... I don't know. On Goodreads, I gave it a 3. But for my personal rating, I give it a 1.5, you guys. Like, I could not. Like, it was so terrible. That's so bad. It was so bad. But on Goodreads, I felt awful, like, giving an author, like, a terrible rating. So I'm like... 3 is like, you know, you're passing grade to me at this point. Yeah. Like, it's fine. So, yeah.
For me, my Goodreads and personal rating, I think is the same. So on Goodreads, I gave it a 2. And honestly, the more I think about it, like, the more I think 2 is pretty generous. And I think for my personal rating, I'll keep it at a 2. I was thinking maybe for my personal, like, I could go up a little bit, like, to be nicer, but just talking about it and going through all of the flaws for us, I'm just going to stick to my 2. And
no, That's fair.
This is just us. So many people gave it,
We
5
were
out of 5,
so excited for a romance read in February, so we will be circling back to romances probably in the summer. But I'm ready for some like actual content that I will either learn from or enjoy. So for our March book of the month, best believe.
Yeah, but just know, like, it's gonna be entertaining. When Sarah says,
when
Sarah says learn from, I don't want you guys to turn us off.
No, and
okay?
I said enjoy. No, I meant like
I just need to put it out there.
Learn about like a different city, or like learn about like things in the books, like about the people and what they're doing.
Just be entertaining.
Be entertaining.
Okay.
Like, I was not entertained by this, so
totally agree. Yeah.
So if you guys have suggestions for our March book of the month, let us know.
Let us know. Let me know. Paris Rex. And guys, I gotta go. I'm so late.
Oh my god. All right, you guys. We'll
see you next
in
time.
March.